Bill, come here. Be good. Good morning. Get up here, big guy. He's a good man. Yes, he is. Because he's a good guy. This fucking guy. He came and jumped in my bed the other day. Soaking wet. He jumped right up on the side of the bed. He tried to jump in my bed. I had to fucking give him a shoulder block and get him out of there, man. On freshly clean sheets, man. Because I'm talking about you. Guys, I tell you, I watch these two dogs. Watch what they do. They get up every morning. This is some couples counseling, marriage counseling. I'm just telling you, it appears that if you wrestle with your wife every morning for 15, 20 minutes, run around a tree and bark, wag your tail. You're going to have to imagine you have one, but easy enough. These dogs seem to be the happiest things on earth, man. So let's start acting like dogs. That's what I say. Let's all start acting like dogs. We get up in the morning, wrestle with each other. Just wonderful. So it's Thursday, guys. Johnny Sunshine is still on the phone here. Ow. That's smooth, huh? Yeah. Good morning, all. You didn't realize I was a marriage counselor, too. I think my nose, guys, is actually, that gap is closing itself up, man. So I called Moffitt and told them that I'm an idiot. And I explained how I made the mistake that I made. They rescheduled me. They may reschedule that again once it gets to the doctor. I'm not having any issues whatsoever with my nose. Let's get the crutch out of there. We don't need to see that. Yeah. My nephew's got to have surgery on his knee. Tore his meniscus or flipped it up. Something. I don't know. He's had knee issues his whole life. I've got some work to do today, guys, so we'll get back to plumbing. I realized my Craigslist ad was not up for a month and a half. So I renewed that and immediately got a couple of calls. It's a great way to, if the ad's good, there's a lot of competition on Craigslist. You gotta have a good ad. I think mine is personable. It's honest, to the point. I used to have a picture of my truck, and I took that off just because people look at that truck and they think, oh, it's going to be expensive, So I took the truck down, and it's a nice surprise when I get to people's houses. They're like, wow, that's a really nice truck. So this guy that I have to go work for today, got a couple people. My neighbor, I don't know if I'm going to be able to help him, man. He's got a leak under his slab, but it's under the kitchen cabinet, right at the sink. And I don't think Johnny can do that anymore. I'm not getting in there and jackhammering. And it's on the edge of the house. There's a window right above it, so there's a footer under there. I don't know if Johnny can do that, man. I do, like I said about this house, it's always a fucking hassle. I gotta dodge that bullet. But this other guy, he put his own hybrid heater in from a Ream. The only thing he didn't do was hook up the condensate drain, so it's been dripping all over everything. And they come with a sensor that shuts the valve off, shuts the water down if it senses a leak. So he said in every couple of days he may have messed it up, or there's just still some moisture under the water heater that's causing this thing to shut the valve off. But he also didn't put a vacuum breaker on it. It is a bottom-fed water heater. Every bottom-fed water heater shall have a vacuum breaker on it. So I'm gonna go down there and do that. And then he's got some crazy ball cocks on his toilets that he wants me to put in. Some of these, aqua savers or something that, if you flush the toilet, it won't refill itself if it empties, either from a bad flapper or whatever. I don't know. It's just a gimmicky, stupid thing, I think. So he's got like 4 or 5 issues. My neighbor calls me up last night. The appointment was between 2 and 4 for Sleuth. They showed up at 6:30, and then he calls me at like 7 o'clock and says, "Hey, is there any way you can do this tonight?" I was like, "You fucking kidding me, man?" And I've gotten at least 15 texts from this guy. Some people don't realize that, when their problems become my problems, it's like creates stress in your life. So if you get in a situation like that, as if you're the owner of the business, you got to tell them. You got to say, "Hey, you need to cool it, man. Your problems are becoming my problems, and I don't need it. I've got my own shit I need to deal with." But yeah, he wanted Sleuth. They were going to put him off until this morning, but he has stuff to do. They've got that important shit to do. So Sleuth had to work till 7 o'clock at night last night to get this guy taken care of. When he was told a long time ago his house needed to be repiped. And it's just how some people, the way they operate, is not cool. And you got to avoid them. You know what I mean? It's the bottom line. And people say, "I can't believe you put this shit up about these people." Well, they need to hear it, man. Somebody needs to tell them. And it might as well fucking be Johnny Honesty. Yeah, Johnny Justice. Johnny Fotzalott Plumbing. I'd be farting a lot if I was bent over under this kitchen sink. I'm just like, rip the whole fucking kitchen out. That's it. Repipe the house. Do something. I'm not doing that. I sure as hell am not going to jackhammer through a fucking footer. Trying to figure out, probably doesn't have any insulation on it. Just not going to do it, man. I shouldn't have done it when I was young. But I did, and it beat me up. Physically, Pick and choose your battles, guys, is what I'm getting at. I gotta go get some coffee, guys. I'm sorry. This is gonna be a two segment feature film. Here's Johnny. I'm back. I gotta tell you guys, this frontal fucking prefrontal cortex dementia is coming at me pretty hard. Me and that black talk show host with the massive boobs like rockets, and not really too fond of her. Cindy somebody maybe, I don't know, but She was diagnosed with that, which is sad. But what better way to go out? You know, going out and really not knowing you're going out. So this prefrontal cortex dementia, I've lost my wallet again. I haven't seen it since Monday when I put gas in my work truck. I was wearing on Monday and Tuesday, this dog is just crazy. Monday and Tuesday I was wearing Chinese shorts. Come on, get in there. And they go out of their way to make sure those pockets will not retain anything. It's all a big fucking plan to keep us miserable, you know? I mean, I swear, that's what it's about. Made in China. Bimini Bay shorts. Great shorts. Just not the model that I had on. I've got 2 pairs of these things and the pockets aren't deep at all, and they are literally designed where when you sit down, everything in your pocket falls out. So I think I really lost my wallet this time. I think it fell out, you know, when I went to a gas station. I'm hoping it shows up in the mail. Lord knows there ain't no money in them accounts. Yeah. I'm not worried about that, but man, a lot of shit in there. Social security number, fucking credit cards, my driver's license. It's gonna be a nightmare if I can't find this. I did say a prayer to Saint Anthony. My mom used to say this prayer. It's like, Saint Anthony, come around. Something's lost and can't be found. Blah, 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 blah. De bibbidi boobidi bibby ba. Yeah, something like that. So I'm hoping Saint Anthony will find it, but I gotta tell you, I was grasping at straws, as they say. I think it was 2:30 in the morning. I got up and went out and thought, maybe I left it under the hood of my truck. So I opened up my truck, popped the hood, got a flashlight, and inspected the engine compartment. Nope, no cigar, no wallet. I don't know, a half hour later I got up, I was like, maybe I put it in my garage on top of the extension cord. It all made sense to me in my dream. It wasn't there. I'm desperate at this point. Need to put gas in my truck. And I want to use my card, not my fucking cash only. You know what I'm saying? Johnny's a mess, man. So I got to get the app on my phone. Went to the bank yesterday, and I'm going to ask this girl out, man. She really likes me. She's from California. She's got tattoos all over her arms and beautiful. She's just nice, you know? She's just a nice girl. And I'm going to see if she wants to go out to lunch. If she would, she's probably a lot younger than me. Maybe 20 years younger. But she likes me, you know? I was singing karaoke to her, man. Right in a Wells Fargo bank. Yeah. We had a great conversation about traffic. I think there could be something there. She was complaining about all the traffic getting to her house, you know? Takes her an hour each way every day. I was like, honey, you need to move in with me. I'm 5 minutes from your job. So it was a great conversation. I don't know. It kind of took a turn for the worse when I said, "Do you do windows?" And I don't know. You could hear a fucking pin drop in the bank. The "Do you do windows" was came in rapid succession from a whole laundry list of shit. Do you pick up dog poop, German Shepherd hair? Do you do this? Do you do that? No. I don't know. I may have fucked it up. So, whoa, what the fuck is that? My fucking plant's alive. Either that or there's a vermin up in that son bitch. I think I'm gonna smoke them out. Let me go get my smoke. And my shotgun. Yeah, I shot that fucking lizard. I blew the shit out of him. Took out 3 fucking sliders in the ceiling in my living room, but I got that goddamn lizard fucking around on my porch. So it looks like our right-wing wackadoodle-doo fucking Supreme Court is going to listen to Donald Trump. They took the case, and it would not surprise me if it falls down. Their fucking ruling is that Donald Trump, yeah, he can do whatever he wants and not be held accountable. You know, I thought in America nobody is above the law. I just have to think that they have been trying for so long to have the Supreme Court. It's a 6-3 Supreme Court. Conservative, liberal, Democrat. I think these guys will most likely find in Donnie's favor. Not because of Donald, but because they've got their foot on the throat of the American people, and they're not the type to give up. It's gonna take a lot to stop these people, man. It's gonna take force. They're not gonna go by reason. It's gonna be force. It's my prediction. Yep. Old Mitch McConnell, Turtle Man. He said he's not going to be the leader of the Senate anymore, on the minority leader. And then he blacked out for fucking 5 minutes, staring at his fucking shoes, with this deer in the fucking headlights look. And then he came back and said, "I'll have a ham and cheese sandwich with pickles and mustard." I'm like, Mitch, the fuck are you talking about? This is a presser, not the fucking deli line. So, today is just another day for Johnny Sunshine, the battle between the business and the homeowner. And you just meet so many different personalities, man. And you're, as a business owner, you know, you're trying to build relationships. You gotta feel like, you know, you gotta feel the room out, you know, when you go to somebody's house. Sometimes I swear and I joke and it gets, you know, I'm pretty raw with some of my jokes, but I feel the room out. I know what I can get away with by a few of their responses. I can tell what kind of track they're on. Obviously, old women, I'm gonna be dressed in my Sunday's best and on my best behavior. But it's not that I'm faking. That's who I am. But I'm also a sarcastic guy from New England, Rhode Island, and I like to swear. What the fuck? There ain't nothing wrong with that. And my subscriber numbers show it. So this guy, the guy who got my 4,000 subscriber, I promised the guy a t-shirt, all right? This was 750 subscribers ago, which for me is a long time. The guy's been very, very, very patient. So I put it out there on one of my videos that, hey man, you know, you need to send me your address again. So I got a guy, he called and left his address, but it was a thing that I had never seen before. So I'm thinking it's probably fucking, you know, Tony Plum Bob just trying to cash in, get a t-shirt of mine for free for not doing anything. So I started to question this information. I wanted to make sure that it was the proper guy. So I'm going through my phone records, and I know he's contacted me a few times. And so I'm listening, going through these voicemails and trying to put this together to make sure I'm not sending a fucking t-shirt to the enemy. You know what I mean? And he may be the enemy. Because he left a voicemail and he was like, give me my fucking t-shirt, you motherfucker. I'm a 4X. I was like, dude. He's from Texas. I'm like, you might want to lay off the fucking bean burritos, man. Just some advice. Try some corn chowder with shrimp. So I was at the post office ready to deliver, you know, put this shit in the mail. But then I said, there ain't no way Johnny fucking Justice is gonna get taken by a fucking Trumper. Outsmarted, outwitted. So I called this guy like 5 fucking times in a row, and he wouldn't answer the phone. Then the phone rings later yesterday, and it's him. I said, hey man, you know, this was an interrogation at this point. It wasn't a regular conversation. I was like, so, tell me a little bit about yourself, because I had a few conversations. It was funny how this guy won. He called me a couple of days before about the pump and the pipe that I use to drain water heaters from the top when you got one that won't drain. And I explained to him how to make that 5-foot CPVC pipe that goes down into the water heater, and you just suck the water out of the top. It's no big deal. So we had this conversation, and then a few days later, he happens to be the guy number 4,000. So I was like, oh, that's great, man. This is weird how things work out. So anyways, when I called him yesterday, I was like, have we had any other conversations, man? He's like, yeah. I called you about that water heater fucking pipe. I'm draining water heaters. I was like, yeah, this is the guy. He still may be a Trumper, but at least I'm sending it to the right guy. Fucking 4XL? Come on, dude. I need to fucking hire Omar, the fucking tent maker, to fucking make that. Jesus Christ, they need to truck in the fucking material to wrap your ass up. I mean, 4XL? Jesus Christ, man. What the fuck? Can you only wash one at a time in a washing machine? You're getting your shirt today there, buddy, with your go fuck yourself at the end of his last message. From one plumber to the next. Go fuck yourself too, pal. I'm just kidding with you, buddy. You know I like you. And I don't blame you for getting upset. I did put your name on the envelope is very patient. I hope it gets to you. It does have your right address. And up here in the real world, we actually give people their fucking zip code with their address, you know? Not down there in Texas. Do me a favor, man. I would love... What's the name of that river down there in Texas between Mexico and Texas? Rio Grande? I would love to take your fucking governor, Mr. Abbott, and get a good fucking running start and roll his ass right into the fucking Rio Grande. Make sure you have your seatbelt on there, Mr. Abbott. Yeah. See how it fucking feels to sink to the bottom of that fucking river. Prick. He's just a rotten to the core guy. I don't know how a woman could vote for these guys, man. Any woman who does is like, yeah, we are second-class citizens. You know, what the fuck? All we're here for is to rear babies and cook fucking dinner. Clean the house. That's what our job is. The Bible says so. Wake up, ladies. Wake up, ladies. You have equal rights, you know. At least now, we do have a wackadoodle-doo fucking Supreme Court. Precedence doesn't mean anything to them. You're like, okay, so 50,000 fucking courts have found this to be constitutional, but Judge Roberts and his 5 fucking happy cohorts, they see it differently. So now it's the law of the fucking land. Women, get out and vote. This is just the beginning. Like I said, these people, they will not stop. Only by force. They're crazy. They don't believe in the Constitution because this country was founded on religious freedom, you know? Religious freedom. They're persecuting people who aren't of their religion, you know? It is what it is, guys. Don't talk about politics and religion because those are the biggest issues going on in our country right now. And if you're talking about it, you may come down with an opinion. So, you know, the old saying, don't talk about politics and religion. Well, you know, we can just continue to do what we do. It's going to be spa time. So what I have to do with my phone now, because I lost all of my shit, I got to download the app and use my phone like a credit card. I've seen these people in the stores and they're so almost like, I'm smarter than you. They wave their phone at the thing and it's like, okay, you're all set. I'm gonna be one of them. I have to be because I lost my wallet. I have said the St. Anthony prayer at least 15 times. Come on, St. Anthony. St. Anthony, St. Anthony. Come around. Johnny lost his fucking wallet again and it can't be found. I'm asking you to save the day because Johnny just won't find it any other way. Alright, kids. Yesterday, that was a really weird video I put up. The one like 20 seconds, I was like... Good morning, children. What a creepy fucking video that was. That was my rehearsal. Good morning, children. Real soft. But I put it up anyways because it's entertaining. So I think I was wondering, you know, I put the question up about Steve Lav and Mikey Pipes. Where the fuck are they? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? and Steve Lav and Mikey Pipes. I think Mikey is skiing in the Sahara Desert or somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he went. But Steve, what I really love about Steve's videos, he had one yesterday. It was like an hour and 5 minutes. He's taking some cues from Johnny Sunshine. What I like is his technical acuity. Well, maybe it's this. Oh, maybe it's that. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's that. What do you think? Right? He's asking the homeowner, right? Isn't that right? The homeowner's like, I don't fucking know what's right or wrong. The fuck, man? Why are you fucking asking me? Jesus Christ, I just put the bolts in to hold the fucking furnace together. That was hilarious, man. You know, I love Steve and he gets shit going. If I had an issue, I'd call Steve Lav. He's a fucking, he can do everything. He can weld, he's just he's one of them guys that you see in New England who has all the shit and he can handle anything, you know? He really can. But there is a lot of fucking material there to make fun of, you know, to kind of laugh at. He's asking the guy questions like, maybe it's the fucking coupling between the motor and the pump, right? 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 The guy's like, yeah, right. I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But, yeah, that was a long one, man. And I got busy in my house looking for my wallet, and the son of a bitch just played and played and played. It sounded like I had a fucking crazy parrot in my fucking kitchen. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Maybe it's the fucking damper. Maybe it's the nozzle. Maybe it's the fucking flame retard. You don't have enough air. That's why it's smoking black. In the Navy, we had a periscope to look at the smoke conditions of the stack. White smoke is dangerous. White smoke is too much air. It's explosive. It becomes like an aerosol. It's got unburned fuel in it. It could blow the shit out of a stack. Black smoke, you know, you'll get a call from another ship. Hey, you're smoking black. You're smoking white. You know, sometimes the white can be steam. You got to know it. But we had these periscopes, man, and we had this one guy, black guy, who met me on the quarter deck when I got to my ship, and he comes up and he says, my name is BT1 Smith with an F. And I'm looking at his shirt and it says Smith with a TH at the end. And he had a fucking attitude. He'd been in for 20 years and he was a first class petty officer. He should have been a chief, a senior chief, a master chief, but he got in a little trouble, which is okay. You know, when you see a guy with the gold bars, each one of these bars on their arm is 4 years. When they're gold, that means they never got in trouble. When they're red, that means they're a badass. You know, they've done some shit. You know, their military bearing leaves a little bit to be desired. But old BT1 Smith, and he just had a fucking attitude. He was from Philly, and I like the guy. I go out drinking with him, fucking hanging out. I'll tell you a story about one night when his eyes got real fucking big hanging around with Johnny Justice. BT1 Smith is standing in his, and he used to stand with, you know, just a cocky looking stand, you know, with his ass poked out on one side, smoking cigarettes. The fucking door on the periscope fucking dropped down and whacked him right in the side of his fucking head, man. And he dropped to the fucking ground. And everybody on watch, we couldn't stop laughing. Nobody even tried to help Smith. You know, he wasn't the most likable guy. That's all I'm saying. But there was one night we were out drinking at this bar down the street from my base in New Jersey. And I'm playing pool. I used to hustle, man. I used to hustle guys playing pool. I was a pretty good pool player. Now I can't even see the table. Never mind the fucking balls on it. But I'm playing this guy, and he had to be at least 6'8", man. I mean, a big old fucking... I don't know if he was a country boy or whatever, but I wasn't from that area. And we're playing pool, and I beat him once, and he gave me $20, and then I was kicking his ass again, and he started getting kind of shitty. And I said, you know, fuck you, man. He's like, hey, man, let me tell you something. Don't fuck with the natives. And Johnny Sunshine said, how about this? Fuck you and the natives. And I came from down south, and I clocked this motherfucker. Hit him in the fucking the left side of his head with my right fucking hand from down at my ankles. And my buddy BT1 Smith, his fucking eyes got this big. He was like, what the fuck? So this guy starts chasing me around the fucking pool table, but I sucker shot at him, you know. And the bartender pulls out a fucking double barrel pump shotgun, and he's like, get the fuck out of here. So I ran around the pool table one more time and right out the fucking front door with BT1 Smith following me. It was fucking hilarious, man. And then we walked back to the base. It was like a mile walk. And I was like kind of hiding in bushes every time a car came by, thinking it was that big old crazy motherfucker that I sucker shot at. Anyways, that was a little story about the life and times of Johnny Sunshine back in my Navy days. And we're going to end on that. BT1 Smith, I hope you're enjoying your retirement, my friend. There were a lot of guys. There were at least 3 boiler technicians out of Philly on my ship in our division. And they were cool guys, very, very smart. One kid, he got burned from steam, and he was a black kid. He had white spots on his face and his hands from the steam, you know. Took away his pigmentation, but he was a cool guy too. And then a couple other guys, but yeah, the Navy was a good time, guys. I'm happy I served my country. Wasn't so happy when I was doing it, but I'm happy I did it now. It's a feather in my cap, a notch in my fucking bedpost. You know what I'm saying? Have a great day.